negotiate and try to come to a resolution that they've been unable to do so. I will remind you that last time we were in court, I have filed a motion to withdraw as counsel. My client believes that I judge him guilty, and therefore he doesn't want me to be his lawyer.
You're frozen. You froze. You said you filed a motion to withdraw, and
we started a hearing last week. You told him, I'm going to give you 2 weeks to hire a lawyer.
yes.
And I don't think he's hired a lawyer. So we're going to need to go ahead and go forward on the motion to withdraw. You know, I mean, I don't know whether you're going to do that or not.
All right. After reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
The court will follow your plea bargain agreement. The court will sentence you to 120 days in the Bexar County Jail under 12.44 of the Penal Code, give you credit for any time served. Does he have judgment satisfied on this case?
No, he does not.
All right. Mr. Estrada,
Yes, ma'am.
did you review a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, with that, we will close the record. Good luck to you, Mr. Estrada.
Thank you.
Do better, be better, and not pick up any more cases, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Norma, can you let them know Mr. Estrada can go back, please?
Yes, ma'am.
And we're still waiting for Munoz.
Okay, no problem.
They're bringing him, Judge.
I'm sorry, what?
They're bringing him. They're bringing him
Okay.
up.
All right, thank you. All right, now we're off the record, and I'm going to go over the compliance hearings. Stephanie Ray Guerra.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you'll unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, how you been doing on probation?
Okay. I'm currently in the hospital.
Nobody told me that.
Yes, ma'am. I have been here for about 30 days.
Okay.
My water broke early when I was 7 months pregnant, so I have to stay here until I have my baby.
Okay, well, is it going to be a boy or a girl? Do you know?
It's gonna be a little boy.
All right. Well, I would ask you to name him Stephen for obvious reasons, because my name is Stephanie, but I won't do that.
I got you, Judge. I got you.
All right. So this is what I'm going to need you to do for me,
Yes,
because I
ma'am.
received this report from probation. I don't
Yes, ma'am.
know if they know that you're actually in the hospital.
I told my new probation officer. I left him a message the day I was admitted. I've been here since February 12th.
All right. Rebecca, can you make note of that for probation?
Yes, ma'am.
And on Miss Guerra, we'll just continue to monitor her.
Okay.
All right, Miss Guerra, is there anything else?
I will not be able to leave the hospital because I'm gonna have to have a C-section. So my C-section is due on March 8th, but because of my baby's complications, we're gonna be here for about 3 months.
No, that's fine.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah, no. When I say stay in contact with probation, just
yes,
let
ma'am.
them know when you're released, because
Yes, ma'am.
otherwise I receive reports. And
Yes,
when I
ma'am.
get reports,
It's not a
it
good
doesn't
thing.
have this information in it.
Right.
So now I'm glad you were able to zoom in, take care of yourself, take care of your baby.
Thank you.
And Rebecca Reyes is going to put in the documentation that you're in the hospital.
Okay.
Rebecca, do you need to talk to her at all?
No, just let her know that just to maintain communication with her officer.
Yes.
Okay.
All
I can
right,
do that.
thank you. You're excused.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
All right, you too. All right, is there an Isaiah Escobedo Senior here?
I'm just Isaiah Escobedo.
Okay, are you on probation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's see what they're telling me about you. Ah, yeah, we have a problem. All right, so you're on probation, and you're on probation for possession with intent to deliver 4 grams to 400 grams. And what we're having a problem with you is that you're not submitting, and when you are submitting, you're testing positive.
Well, the last week, with the snow days, they were closed, so I wasn't able to go and test. And then when I went on Thursday, she said that she had sent me an email saying that my levels have risen.
Yes.
But I have not been smoking since the last time that we had the first compliance hearing.
Mhm.
And I wasn't sure why. She said my levels have gone up. I was dehydrated. That's about it.
Now, so here's the thing. When you come back here again, if I see this marijuana levels, we're going to have a problem.
Yes, ma'am.
You
I've
understand?
just been working and taking care of my newborn. That's why I was confused on why my levels, how they're rising. I haven't done anything.
Well, here's the thing. I understand that people have a life and life tends to get in the way. When you're on probation, life can't get in your way. Because
ma'am.
if you let life get in your way and you're not completing the conditions that are being asked for you, then life is going to hit you at the Bexar County Jail and may end up hitting you in the prison.
Yes, ma'am.
So for you, you can either follow your conditions in the free world, or you can have 0 conditions and go to prison. It's
Yes, ma'am.
completely up to you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the last time that you and I are going to have a conversation. I realize that you're sort of young. How old are you?
I'm 22.
All right. I realize that you're sort of young. And sometimes when you're 22, you're still in that child mode, that kid mode where, hey, I'm the jokester, everything's going fine, but you're an adult now and you have a contract, and you have a contract with this court. And if you don't follow that contract, what's going to end up happening is you're going to find yourself at the Bexar County Jail because the state is going to file another motion. I'm going to notate that I have gone and talked to you about what's going on in your life, and you've still not done what I wanted you to do. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. But like I said, I really have not smoked, so I'm just confused on how this is possible that my levels have risen. Like,
you better figure it out because they have risen. And I can tell you this, if you have a baby, you shouldn't be smoking marijuana.
yes,
Because
ma'am,
whatever you do, your child mimics it. Do you
yes, I'm trying
understand?
to set a good example. I've done my parenting classes, and like I said, I'm just working, and when I'm not at work, I'm here helping take care of my son.
All right, this is the last face-to-face we're going to have if you're doing something wrong. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I understand that people say marijuana is, shouldn't be illegal, but it's still illegal here in Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
And you still can't have marijuana or drink alcohol while you're on probation. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you've completed your parenting classes, you need to make sure that probation has documentation that you've completed or that you've been going to your parenting classes. Do you understand?
Yes, I sent her the certificate, and she's received it and everything.
All right. Rebecca, is there anything else he needs? You need to speak to him about?
No, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go. Do not come back here for foolishness. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're excused.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Judge, whenever you're done with your hearings, we're ready on Jacob Brown.
All right, just give me a moment. All right, Laura Peterson.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just give me a moment. You're here for compliance.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just 1 second.
Mhm.
All right, Miss Peterson, how are you doing on probation?
I'm doing well. I was set. I know it's supposed to end at the end of this month. In October, we had this, but I've been testing positive for COVID. That's why I haven't went in. I've been trying to make my payments. I explained to my Miss Carrillo that the beginning of March, I was going to try to pay a significant amount off my balances, and that as soon as I was able to go in, I would. I haven't even been all my testing, my hospital records, I sent to my probation officer, so I don't know.
So
I just was tested on February 21st, and I'm still positive. I haven't
right,
seen
did
my
you send
kids in
that document?
person.
Did you send that documentation to
Yes, ma'am.
probation?
I emailed her everything.
Probation? Do you have documentation that she's ill?
Judge, I can't check because you're on share screen and it doesn't allow me to move it.
There
Let
we
me get
are.
it. Thank you. Let me check into her file.
Probation has really changed my life, believe it or not. I know it looked like, oh, she was still testing positive. I haven't used marijuana since I think April. My last tests were clean when I did come in. I've been promoted to manager. I just can't even go to work in person because I'm testing positive. So probation has helped me a lot. I can say that, but it's just, this is the scariest thing I'm dealing with because I haven't seen my kids. I can't go to work. That's why I look like this.
Excuse me, Judge. The last note that the probation has scanned into the computer was the note she provided back in October for her daughter
Oh, no.
from the daughter's school.
All right, so here's the thing.
But I'm sorry, Judge. I've sent everything into Miss Carrillo. I can resend them like from her email.
Well, that's what I'm gonna have you do.
Yes, ma'am.
Rebecca?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you put your email in the chat box for Miss Peterson so that she can send the documentation to you?
Yes, ma'am.
So they're going to put she's going to put her email in the chat box. You need to send that documentation to her.
Yes, ma'am. Where is that going to come on my screen as well?
Yes, she's going to chat it to you specifically.
Okay. Yeah, I've been sending her everything. Even when we talk, she was like, I got that one. So I don't.
Ms. Peterson, I'm going to send it to you through the text because your name is not populating for the
text, like it tells me when to go to court or when to report.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to send you my email. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Norma, on this case, Miss Peterson.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's recall this for next week.
Okay.